Might as well be invisible.
Not today, you're not.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're examining why the Cooper's only daughter should have received a spin-off series after young Sheldon ended.
Have you always been that way?
I guess so. I think when you're on your own a lot, you get good at saying that kind of stuff.
Don't get us wrong, we're thrilled that the Big Bang Theory universe keeps expanding, and we absolutely love Georgie and Mandy.
So we're really doing this?
Yeah.
But we can't help but feeling that, once again, Missy Cooper was overlooked.
And my mom and Meemaw spent all their time fussing over Sheldon. So they're like a team too.
So no one's on your team?
Nope. It's just me.
Given the direction in which her story was heading in young Sheldon's final season, there's a lot of untapped potential there. For the longest time, Missy was the standout character. Her sassy attitude and sharp wit made her incredibly lovable.
So, kids, we have a little family business to discuss.
You're pregnant?
No.
We're getting a puppy?
No.
I'm not sure I care.
We enjoyed watching her evolve from an adorable little firecracker into a wry, rebellious teenager. Though we admit, there were moments when we wanted to send her straight to her room. In Season 6, Missy enters what Sheldon calls her difficult period, and by Season 7, she loses the family members she was arguably closest to. In The Big Bang Theory, we learn that Missy's life takes a different path than her brother's.
Think about that. I have a sister with the same basic DNA mix who hostesses at Fuddruckers.
She had so much potential, and it's hard not to wonder what happened in those missing years. A spinoff could give us those answers. Not long after Georgie and Mandy met and found out they were expecting, they quickly became fan favorites.
What can I do?
Nothing. You're doing great. That's how screwed up my life is right now. You're the best part of it.
Thank you.
Their surprising connection brought a fresh energy to the series, and we couldn't get enough of it. Executive producer Steve Holland even said the chemistry between Emily Osment and Montana Jordan was so strong that it practically begged for its own spotlight. Plus, while they had to align Sheldon's story with The Big Bang Theory, they now have the freedom to fully explore Georgie and Mandy's lives without those constraints.
My plans include more than making babies so they can pick on each other. I want a career.
I support that.
And maybe go back to school.
Curveball.
But here's the thing. We already know Georgie and Mandy will eventually divorce. The show is called Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, and Sheldon later mentions Georgie's other ex-wife texting him after his Nobel win.
Aw, it's a congratulations text from my Meemaw. Oh, and there's one from my mom. And my sister. And my brother. And my brother's ex-wife. My brother's other ex-wife.
On the flip side, Missy's storyline feels even more intriguing because we know so little about what happens between the end of young Sheldon and the Big Bang Theory timeline. The spin-off is set to show another side of Missy that ties in with what Georgie tells Sheldon during their reconciliation.
Who do you think took care of everything?
Mom did. Mom always took care of everything.
Mom was a mess. Missy was a dumb teenager. I had to look after both of them.
We hope this at least opens the door for Missy to become a recurring character. Missy's future beyond young Sheldon is easily the biggest mystery. After George dies, Sheldon heads off to Caltech and Georgie focuses on his family. But what about Missy? She's the only one whose life seemingly goes back to what it was before. But now, she doesn't even have her brothers around to help her through it. It was clear she struggled the most with their father's absence, but since it all happened so close to the series finale, we never really see her work through that grief.
Everything is just so different lately.
Change is terrible. I've been saying it since I no longer fit in my high chair.
We spent a lot of time together in this room, huh?
She was already in her rebellious teen phase, and as Georgie hinted, things didn't get any easier for her.
You're not Dad, you don't tell us what to do.
Well, I will, and that's enough.
It's okay. It's healthy for everyone to let their feelings out.
Oh, shut up, Jeff.
Missy, go to your room.
A Missy-centric spin-off could explore how she processes her father's death and whether she ever truly comes to terms with it.
Our dad's gone. Screw this.
Missy, you said you'd do it.
Yeah, well, I changed my mind. I'm going home.
Losing him so suddenly probably felt like the ground shifted beneath her feet, possibly setting her on an entirely new path. Missy isn't Sheldon smart, but who is? Still, What she lacks in book smarts, she more than makes up for in street smarts, interpersonal skills, and a big heart.
You are an insightful young lady.
I don't know what that means, but thank you.
It means perceptive. You see things most people miss.
My name is Missy. Go figure.
Yet it feels unfair that while her brothers go on to become incredibly successful, Missy's future seems to stall in comparison. We're not disparaging any profession, but it's hard to see how the Missy we know would feel fulfilled as a hostess at Fuddruckers. And it doesn't seem like her personal life is going too well either.
Her husband would be here, but he stayed home to watch their older son, so everything's fine. Stop it. We're separated.
We need to know what led Missy down this route. Fans often compare her to the Big Bang Theory's Penny, who also had a rocky start, but eventually found her footing. Missy had that same potential. So what happened? Remember when Paige said everything that used to matter didn't seem important after her parents' divorce?
Everything that used to seem important to me just doesn't anymore.
Is that what happened to Missy after George passed away? Did she lose her spark? We have so many questions about that time frame after the Young Sheldon finale. We need answers.
We're talking about Dad's funeral. Why don't you care?
The details of the funeral are irrelevant. They won't change anything.
Can't wait for yours.
Hey, that's enough out of you two.
Even Reagan Revord, who plays Missy, has spoken out about her disappointment with where Missy's story ended up.
You've been forgetting me my entire life. Everything is Sheldon, and now Georgie has a baby, and you two are fighting. Might as well be invisible.
She admitted it breaks her heart that Missy was often overlooked because of her genius brother, and then lost the one family member who truly made her feel seen. In the series finale, Mary is so caught up in her own grief that she's not really there for her kids.
Mary, they don't need your prayers. They need their mother.
And I need to know that their souls are saved.
Instead of focusing on their emotional needs, she's preoccupied with saving their souls. So, with Sheldon off at college, Georgie busy raising a baby, and Connie worried about Mary, who does Missy have to turn to?
You can't make me.
You're right, I can't.
But I'm watching my daughter fall apart right now.
Revord added that she feels bad that Missy's a waitress, she's got all these kids, and she's the least successful Cooper kid. It's clear even she thinks Missy deserved better.
If it can work for getting an 8-pound human through a birth canal, it can work for a tiny tooth.
8 pounds? I'm never having kids.
Fun fact, she ended up having 4.
Going back to the mother and daughter relationship, Missy and Mary go through a rough patch in the later seasons of Young Sheldon.
Why do you always take his side?
I do not.
Yes, you do. Everybody does. I hate this family.
You are grounded, young lady.
Fine.
Like many teenagers and their parents, they clash frequently. Missy acts out and deliberately provokes her mom while Mary struggles to reconnect with her daughter. In the last interaction on Young Sheldon, Missy agrees to get baptized but storms out at the last moment. From what we see in The Big Bang Theory, it's unclear if their relationship ever fully mended.
Where's Mom? She wanted to stop by the hotel and freshen up, and then call her pastor to pray for Missy's soul.
A spinoff could give us a chance to see them find common ground and rebuild a more positive relationship. By the end of Young Sheldon, it's just Mary and Missy at home, and there's definitely a lot for them to work through.
That thine ox and thine ass may rest.
That is it. You are grounded.
For reading the Bible?
The way you are doing it, yes. Go to your room.
Okay. I don't have a donkey, but if I did, I'd take my ass out of here.
It would be interesting to see how they navigate this and come to terms with their new dynamics. Of course, Mary wouldn't be the only Young Sheldon character coming back. Connie would still have a big role, and we'd probably see her helping her daughter and granddaughter reconnect.
I do question why you're not spending more time with your son, who's leaving in a few days, and your daughter, who may be leaving as we speak.
She's doing okay.
She's not. You just don't know that because you're spending all your time praying.
We'd also get to see what's next for her and her life with Dale. Since Connie's season 7 storyline wasn't exactly a happy one, it'd be great to see her land back on her feet.
You are writing a new chapter in the book of you. A book where a perky heroine rises up
And what?
I don't know.
Plus, a Missy-centered spin-off could bring back characters like Dr. Sturgis and Linkletter, and the Sparks family in ways that wouldn't fit into the Georgie and Mandy narrative. Also, do you know who else it could reintroduce? That's right, Paige Swanson.
I stole my dad's truck. I'm running away. Want to come?
You're running away? That sounds dangerous.
Oh, well, my dad taught me how to drive, and
I'm messing with you. Come and get me.
The last time we saw Paige, she and Missy were on the lam, both having fled from trouble back home. Paige was missing from season 7, but now seems like the perfect time to bring her back. Both she and Missy are dealing with their own set of issues on top of the usual teenage struggles.
this is the best day of my life.
First time running away?
Pretty much.
Think your parents know you're gone?
They barely know when I'm there.
They're already great friends, and while Missy has supported Paige in the past, it would be interesting to see Paige become the only one Missy leans on this time. Given that they're both wild cards, it's likely their interactions would be less about a shoulder to cry on and more about what trouble they can stir up next.
What good is being smart if you're all alone? Let's go to Sheldon's dorm and get you cleaned up.
Thanks.
Just so you know, you're not alone. You've got me.
But no matter how chaotic they get, they always seem to give each other the space to be themselves, and that's something special.
You know, I heard there's a place in Florida where you can get a job as a mermaid. Really? Really?
Don't get mad at me, but you are a genius.
Just don't tell the other mermaids.
Seeing their shenanigans could provide a perfect setup for a new series and give us the closure we need on Paige's story. After she seemingly vanished and was never mentioned again, even during crossover seasons with the Parent series, we were left wondering what happened to her.
You are not hanging out with Paige anymore.
That's not fair. It was my idea, not Paige's.
You really think that's helping your case?
A Missy-focused spin-off could finally answer all our lingering questions about them both.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
As we said at the beginning, we're excited to catch up with Georgie, Mandy, Cece, and the rest of the new cast. But it feels like a missed opportunity not to bring Missy into the expanding Big Bang universe.
See? It feels like someone just drove a truck through my body. I haven't slept in days. I cannot help you right now.
Sorry.
We're thrilled that Revord will make at least one appearance in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, and we're hoping this will answer some of our burning questions. Even better, we're crossing our fingers that it will inspire the creators to give Missy her own spin-off and fully flesh out her story.
If you're feeling ignored, don't worry. We're going to be laser focused on you from now on.
What would you want to see in a Missy spin-off? Let us know in the comments.
First, we have to get our story straight about where I was tonight.
There's only one story and it's straight. You were here.
No, I wasn't.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.